These are butter beans, and it's gonna be my lunch. Now, I'm gonna be making a super quick, super easy, kind of Italian dish that could be used for lunch, dinner, and as the base of so many different ingredients, and you can change this up and do it exactly how you like. But it's super easy, and it's not that bad for you. Butter beans are pretty awesome where, I mean, a half of a cup, one serving is gonna be 6 grams of protein, about 21 carbs, and the cool thing is, once I'm done with this, I'll have leftovers for a few days. Now, this is super easy, comes together really quick, it's wildly tasty, and you can make it your own with so many different variations. Now, I will say, you're probably gonna want some bread for this. It's gonna be very tasty with bread. So I'm gonna toss some bread in the oven, get that started, and let's get started prepping all of the ingredients first. So first thing for this, we're gonna want some garlic. I'm gonna do probably 2 cloves of garlic, minced pretty fine. Like I said, make this your own. If you want more garlic, add more. These are big pieces of garlic. So, you know, you might wanna use 3 or 4 cloves. Now I'm also gonna use about 1/4 of a red onion. Same thing, I'm gonna mince that up pretty fine. Now I know I said to make it your own, but a few of the things for this recipe, you will probably wanna stick with the onion, garlic, and basil. Now I have a lot of, these are huge leaves of basil, you know? If you have regular basil leaves, it's gonna be a small handful is what you're gonna wanna go with. I think basil's just a big part of making this taste the way it does. And you know, I'm just gonna kinda chop this into squares. I don't need this to be minced up. I kinda want it to be whole like that, you know, these big kind of just chunks. And now we can kind of start cooking. These are just the 3 things that we need to prep. Now I'm going back old school style, bringing out the flame top here. If you've watched me a while, you know this is how I used to do things, so I'm pretty excited about bringing this back. So I'm just gonna kick on the heat, get that to about a medium-high heat with a healthy amount of olive oil in the pan. Probably more than what you want to use, but this is going to be making a lot. Now, right off the bat, I kind of want to sweat the onions in the olive oil because I just want to impart that flavor, and I want the heat, I want this all to kind of come up together with the heat. Oh man, those onions are getting me. Once those go translucent, which is going to happen pretty quick, let's add in that garlic. Give that just a second. And at this point, while that pan's like that, we're going to add in a fresh big pinch of kosher salt and crack in some black pepper. At this point, you might already be seeing what we're doing. We're making a sauce in a pan. So I have some Cento tomatoes. Flick that sauce everywhere like normal. And let's just dump in these tomatoes. Now, like normal, I'm just gonna add a bit of water into the can to kind of rinse out the rest of that sauce and just add that in there. For this recipe, I'm not trying to add a ton of water because there's gonna be some more liquid in the end. And now just let these cook for a minute. I'm gonna want these tomatoes to kind of come up to heat and then we'll start kind of working them. This is gonna maybe be about 10 minutes or so, which is plenty of time for today's sponsor. So I used to take a load of different multivitamins, prebiotics, and greens powders. It was becoming overwhelming and a little expensive. It was a hassle to keep up with. And that's when I found Groons. Groons is a convenient, portable, and fun multivitamin, greens gummies, and prebiotic, and then some, all wrapped into one at a fraction of the price without the inconvenience. There are 8 Groons gummies in each one of these daily snack packs. They taste like a fruit snack, so I feel like it's more of a treat than a chore. There are no artificial colors or flavors. They're vegan, gluten-free, nut-free, and dairy-free. They contain over 20 vitamins and minerals, 60 plus whole food ingredients, unlike other generic multivitamins that contain what, between like 7 and 9 vitamins? And my favorite part is, the nutrition in Groons is more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs them better to achieve your target nutrient levels. I mean, and did I mention they taste really good? It really is a snack, and there's only 3 grams of added sugar in these, and they also have a sugar-free version. All done. So gang, get up to 45% off. Just click the link in my description. Groons, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for creating such a fun and enjoyable way to get my nutrition today. Okay, we're back. So this is hot. I turned down the heat just a little bit. We're gonna start breaking up these tomatoes. Now, there is a ton of recipes online for this, like butter beans with tomatoes and basil. One of the things that they all do is they almost all use fresh tomatoes. Personally, I just like it in this quick, easy sauce. I just think it comes out so good. It's so tasty, and it's just, I mean, it really is excellent. So at this point, this is looking really good. The tomatoes are kind of broken up, and you want, me personally, I want to leave them chunky. I'm gonna give this just a quick taste and just see, but I think it's gonna be excellent how it is. Perfect. So I'm actually gonna be using 2 cans of the butter beans, and we need the whole can. Don't drain it. We're gonna be using this liquid. The liquid inside these is aquafaba. I'm gonna drain a little bit, that's a lot of liquid. Dump that in. We are gonna drain the second can because that first can has a decent amount of liquid in there. Now we're gonna give these about 15 minutes to kind of simmer together, and then we'll start dressing this up and making it our own. This has been simmering for a while. I've been waiting for Monica to get done with a meeting so that way we could eat this together and do a taste test. So probably been simmering a little bit longer than what it needed to, but this looks phenomenal. And I've actually been kind of stirring and breaking down some of the beans to just release some of their starches into the sauce and kind of thick it up. Now I'm gonna toss in the basil. Like I said, there's a lot of basil here. This is a lot of servings. This is probably 8 servings altogether, I'm thinking. Well, this is probably 6 servings altogether. I'm actually going to add a bit of soy milk. You can use coconut milk, coconut cream, whatever you want, just to kind of lighten this up just a little bit. At most, that might have been like a quarter cup, I would say. Oop. Throwing beans around. Now you can add more or less cream depending on what you want. Oh God, this is looking awesome. Just awesome. Now right now, I'm just gonna give it a taste. I know I need a little bit more salt. I'm gonna turn the heat way down. I don't know if you can see in the video, but it is raining outside like crazy. I mean, it just looks phenomenal. Let's give it one more bite. Now this, as it is perfect, but like I said, make it your own. You can add capers. I think that would be really good. I'm gonna add olives. I just have this like jar of olives, Italian olives. I'm gonna chop up a few. You could add mushrooms. I think mushrooms would be really good. Really, this is just a base. The possibilities are really just endless. And then that is it. Now I'm gonna plate this up. We'll top it with a little bit more basil, just basil right across the top. This is gonna be really good. And then look at this. I mean, just look at this. This looks amazing. So we're all ready to go. Let's see what Monica has to say. Cheers.
Cheers. I love this.
Right?
This is really good.
Yeah, what do you think? Give it your little rundown.
Okay, the flavor of the sauce is great. The beans are kind of like a firm bean, so they have like a nice little like firmness and snap to them when you bite into it. Almost like a soft pasta, but good.
It's like a pasta. It's really like a pasta.
I think it's delicious.
It is.
It's just a nice like comforting food.
Like I said, there's a decent amount of protein in this.
I love olives and pasta anyway.
I know, me too.
Sorry, olives and red sauce. And I love that you just every so often get an olive bite.
Yeah. The sauce comes out awesome. You probably don't need the bread, but I just think that's gonna be really good.
No, why not?
Especially with this sauce. Get some beans on there, it's like bean toast. If you haven't tried this, like if you haven't done this using like butter beans or lima beans, I do think 1 can of lima beans, or 2 here, will change the way you think about Italian food.
Definitely, this has changed the way I think.
I know, right? I'm like plowing through this, I'm so hungry. Well, there we go, baby, that's lunch.
All right, woohoo.
And dinner if we want, we have plenty left.
Okay, I'm gonna take it with me.
Yeah, get back to work.
Love it.
Love it?